हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। आज हम बात करेंगे सेजिलिटी इंडिया लिमिटेड के बारे में। एक ऐसी कंपनी जो हेल्थ केयर बीपीएम स्पेस में टेक इनेबल सॉल्यूशंस देती है। वीडियो का मकसद ये है कि कंपनी का क्विक ओवरव्यू देना प्लस नंबर्स को डिकोड करना, ताकि आपको समझ आए कि इस कंपनी की स्टोरी कहाँ खड़ी है। फाउंडेड इन 2021, ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड आफ्टर एजीएस डाइवेस्टमेंट with rebranding in 2022, marking entry as an independent entity. Listed on stock exchange in June 2024, increasing visibility and access to broader capital resources. Sagility is a premier US healthcare-focused BPM firm, leveraging 24 years industry presence and proven service delivery. Executive team brings deep industry and operational experience. Functions span growth, लीगल, ऑपरेशंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी इंटीग्रेशन। 2024 के मार्च में यूएस और फिलीपीन यूनिट्स एक्वायर करके कंपनी ने एक ग्लोबल फुटप्रिंट सॉलिड किया है। अब हम देख लेते हैं कंपनी के बिजनेस मॉडल के बारे में। कंपनी डिलीवर्स कोर बेनिफिट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, क्लिनिकल सर्विसेज एंड रेवेन्यू साइकिल मैनेजमेंट टू यूएस हेल्थ इंश्योरर्स एंड प्रोवाइडर्स. It delivers end-to-end BPO and BPM solutions exclusively for US payers and providers. Sagility utilizes a 94% offshore nearshore workforce, optimizing efficiency, cost, and scalability across multi-country operations. It processes over 150 million healthcare transactions per year, leveraging specialized platforms and domain expertise efficiently. Maintains a 17-year average top 5 client tenure, serves from India, Philippines, Colombia, Jamaica and US, supporting global scalability. एक सिंपल शब्दों में ये कह सकते हैं हम कि ये पेयर्स होते हैं यहाँ पे है हेल्थ केयर इंश्योरेंस कंपनी एंड प्रोवाइडर्स मीन्स हॉस्पिटल्स एंड डॉक्टर्स की बैक ऑफिस और क्लिनिकल प्रोसेसेस इतनी स्मूथ बना देती है कि कॉस्ट कम हो जाए, पेशेंट एक्सपीरियंस ऑसम हो और केयर की क्वालिटी इंप्रूव हो जाए. दिस इज़ व्हाट द कंपनीज बिजनेस मॉडल इज़ अबाउट. आइए अब देख लेते हैं कि कंपनी अपने क्या प्रोडक्ट्स एंड सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करती है. क्लेम्स मैनेजमेंट सॉल्यूशन, ऑटोमेट क्लेम इनटेक, एडजुडिकेशन एंड डिनायल मैनेजमेंट यूजिंग एआई, ensuring faster compliant reimbursement for payers and providers. बेसिकली कंपनी जो अपना इंश्योरेंस पेपर वर्क है उसका हेडेक टोटली लेती है. इसमें हो क्या जाता है कि जैसे पेमेंट भी जल्दी मिलता है और फिर रूल्स भी सारे फॉलो होते हैं जो भी कंप्लायंट रूल्स है, एंड पेयर और प्रोवाइडर का दोनों भी काम बच जाता है यहाँ पे. टू एंड रेवेन्यू साइकिल सर्विसेज. सेजिलिटी बिलिंग से लेकर कलेक्शंस, इंश्योरेंस फॉलोअप्स और आउटस्टैंडिंग रिसीवेबल सब मैनेज करता है. इससे हॉस्पिटल क्लिनिक की कैश जल्दी आती है और एडमिन खर्चा कम हो जाता है. कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव क्लिनिकल ऑफरिंग्स, डिलीवर्स मेडिकल ट्रांसक्रिप्शन, कोडिंग एंड यूटिलाइजेशन रिव्यू, ब्लेंडिंग क्लिनिकल एक्सपर्टीज विद एडवांस टेक फॉर रेगुलेटरी कंप्लाइंट आउटपुट. ये प्रोसेस में क्या होता है कि जो आपके डॉक्टर्स नर्सेस है वो लोग मेजरली टेक का यूज़ करके डॉक्टर की जो आईसीडी सीपीटी कोडिंग एंड ऑल दिस थिंग्स दिस सॉफ्टवेयर कैन हैंडल. सेजिलिटी का सॉफ्टवेयर जो है वो पूरा हैंडल कर लेता है. और जो भी आपके प्रोवाइडर्स है जैसे क्लिनिकल स्टाफ हो गया, तो इसमें क्या होता है, सबसे एक मेजर बेनिफिट यह है कि जो क्लिनिकल स्टाफ है वो फ्री होकर पेशेंट के केयर पे ज़्यादा फोकस करती है. नाउ लेट अस लुक एट हेल्थ केयर बीपीओ सेक्टर ओवरव्यू फ्रॉम अ इंडस्ट्री पर्सपेक्टिव. तो यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे तो द एंटायर ग्लोबल मार्केट वॉज वैल्यूड एट $357.9 billion in 2023, and till 2029 it is expected that it will be around $627 billion, and India is expected to grow at $16 billion with 7% CAGR. तो इंडिया के शेयर में ग्रोथ थोड़ा धीमा है पर एटलीस्ट स्टेडी है. दैट इज़ व्हाट वी कैन सी. देन देयर इज़ अ टेक्नोलॉजी ड्रिवन डिसरप्शन, advanced analytics, AI and automation transforming operations. BPOs adapt to margin pressures, regulatory scrutiny and security demands. Then there is a government booster also there. Digital India, National Digital Health Mission और स्किल इंडिया जैसे प्रोग्राम्स सेक्टर को इंफ्रा, डेटा स्टैंडर्ड्स और ट्रेन टैलेंट्स दे रहे हैं. इस पॉलिसी पुश से इंडिया की बीपीएम फर्म्स को स्केल अप करने और ग्लोबल डिस्क जीतने का मौका मिल रहा है. Now let me walk you through the fundamental analysis of Sagility India Limited. This is the screener.in, and we would be going directly to the peers. So current P is 34.33x above the industry median, which is 33.59, suggesting premium valuation despite moderate capital efficiency. It suggests that investors are paying up for continued margin expansion and ROE gains. I would also like to go through a quarterly results, profit and loss statement, and balance sheet statement also. But this time, I have thought that instead of just going through the numbers like this in raw format, let us go through some kind of a visualizations which I have prepared for you. You will find this thing really very interesting. So let me take you through the screener dot in visualizations which I have prepared for Sagility India. So annual sales rocketed from 923 crore in financial year 2022 to 5,570 crore in financial year 2025, which is approximately 85% CAGR, while the latest quarter logged 1,568 crore, confirming sustained demand strength. Profit after tax flipped from minus 5 crore loss to 539 crore profit. Quarterly net profit is decreased. I believe this is because the acquisition of the Broadpath, which has recently completed in January 2025, and that's why you can see that it has decreased from 2016 crore to 182 crore. You can see that the borrowings have drastically reduced. It means that company doesn't need to be dependent on some external loans, but it has a good cash flow. So NetBlock edged up modestly from 8,621 crore to 8,997 crore, indicating calibrated capex largely funded through internal accruals rather than fresh borrowing. So if you see the annual net cash flow over here, after minus 241 crore outflow in financial year 2024, net cash outflow narrowed to only minus 6 crore in financial year 2025, reflecting tighter control over investing and financial activities. Now, if we check some more fundamental ratios like ROCE, it climbed from 0.7% to 9.1%, and ROE raised from 0% to 6.5%, which signals a better but suboptimal capital efficiency. Over here, if you see, right, annual cash flow from operating cash flow surged to 1,214 crore in financial year 2025, translating to roughly 80% free cash flow conversion of EBITDA, which is the evidence of high earnings quality. And if you see the net profit margin as well, it has widened from minus 0.5% to 9.7% during the same period. The debt to equity ratio also has sharply improved from 1.19 to 0.17. So let us talk about some risk and challenges. So strict HIPAA US laws pose compliance cost and bridge risk. Strong data protocols and audit will mitigate most of those threats. Then client concentration and talent issues. So basically, US, the company is totally US focused, and we have seen that 85% of the revenue has been generated by the US itself. So I think it's not too much risky for the company, but there might be some geographic risk if some geopolitical stuff happens at that place. So I was more curious to know about the company and wanted to go in much more detail after knowing what company is doing and what is the fundamental analysis of the company. So what I did is I have used over here some kind of automation which was already done by a tool called Notebook LLM. So this is the Notebook LLM, and if you just click on try Notebook LLM, you will be able to log in and go through this dashboard. We will go through the Sagility over here. So what I've done is I have uploaded the documents for the con call, and those documents I can type like, okay, so over here we can see some questions, right? How do operational efficiencies, technology investments, and acquisition impact Sagility's margin profile? So if we just click on this, we would be able to get the answers from those documents. And there is another good functionality from this notebook LLMS. If I can just see over here, I can see that the overview and background of the company or market or an opportunity. So this is a kind of a mind map, and this mind map provides me more flexibility in knowing different segments of the company. And from that itself, what I've done is I have researched from the notebook LLN, and I have gone through a few of the con call document to confirm some of the data. And I'll present you some of the questions which I asked, and I researched about it. So what is the interesting things, right, which is happening in Sagility India now? I found few of the things which I just going to go through very quickly with you guys. So one is like this agility expands service scope with long-standing clients, securing additional lines of work and increasing embedded relevance. AI and automation-driven process innovation reduces delivery cost, improve quality, and enhance scalability across all service lines. US healthcare outsourcing rate increasing from 20% from 20% due to persistent payer provider cost pressures that Sagility addresses efficiently. So this is one thing. Then they have like a lot of acquisitions done, and a lot of acquisitions are still going on. They have like Broadpath acquisition done. Then there is a Birch AI acquisition has been done, and with that, what is more interesting is like they have now active clients grew to 75 by financial year 2025, which is up 38 year on year, with Broadpath contributing 30 incremental additions. So Broadpath was a great acquisition where they brought like 30 clients on board. And they and another part was which was very interesting, I felt, is like there are like two things over here. So one was acquisition of the Broadpath, and another acquisition was for DCI and Birch AI, which is the Gen AI analytics and payment integrity solution, which enhances the differentiation and makes the differentiation for this static acquisition, which is made by Sagility. And another interesting thing was like Broadpath acquisition added $70 million top line, 30 plus US mid-market client, and enabled accretive cross-sell driven revenue growth. Then how are the things moving with respect to the Gen AI in the company? So Birch AI acquisition was the one thing which they it drive complete automation and quality. Then there was another tools like Beehive for remote ops and speech content analytics optimize process efficiency, accuracy, and real-time insight generation. So these are some of the interesting things which are happening right now at Sagility India. So what about leadership and operation? Because it is very important to know about the management as well. So post 2022 carve out, board features healthcare experts. This ensures strategic clarity and robust governance alignment. There was attrition managed at 21.8 to 27.5% financial year 2025, supported by best employer awards, engagement programs, and career development pipelines. तो फ्रेंड्स, दिस वाज ऑल अबाउट सेजिलिटी इंडिया। उम्मीद है आपको वीडियो पसंद आया होगा, इन्फॉर्मेटिव लगा होगा। तो लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर करें, और अपने थॉट्स नीचे कमेंट्स में बताएं। मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में। जय हिंद।